Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Friday, November the 13th, 2020. And this morning we saw the markets gap up a bit, and we are holding on to those gains from the gap up this morning in 3 of the 4 instruments. But what I wanted to do this afternoon is look at this unique day. And in all honesty, I have no idea if this day of Friday the 13th really means anything, but the stats were somewhat interesting. So I figured I would share it with you and let you guys decide if there's anything to it. So let me come in here and select all 4 instruments, and we're going to look at Friday the 13th going into the close of the session. So I'm selecting 3 p.m. Eastern time as the entry. It'll be set up as a long trade, and it will exit at the close of regular trading hours, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. And all we're going to be looking at today is simply Friday the 13th. So I'm just going to go over the active today section. I'm going to click on Friday. I'm going to click on the 13th, and we can take a look at what has happened historically as we approach the close on Friday the 13th. Let's check it out. And here we go. So these are the results of going long at 3 p.m. Eastern time, exiting at the close, 4:15 p.m. Eastern time on Friday the 13th. Now, not every month has a 13th that is a tradable day, and that, of course, does not always fall on a Friday. So the combination of a Friday and a 13th of the month gives us 31 samples historically dating back to 2003. We've got 31 in all 4 instruments, and it kind of shocked me when I looked at the results of this just a moment ago before recording this, that they were all pretty favorable here in the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow. The Russell's a little bit more neutral. I looked at this morning as well, and there really wasn't much of a bias off the open. But I thought it was interesting that going into the close of the session, those win rates were fairly strong. So I don't really know what would cause that. I know a lot of traders are superstitious. I have no idea if there's anything to this or not, though, but I figured I would share it today. We'll keep this one short and just show you these stats real quick of 68% winners in the S&P if you were going long on Friday the 13th and exiting at the close, historically back through 2003. We've got 71% winners in the NASDAQ, 68% winners in the Dow, and 55% winners in the Russell. Average win, average loss, they all have an outlier taking place here, which is why you see that big spike at the end. But it looks like the average win has been larger than the average loss historically. That being said, again, I have no idea if this means anything, if there's anything to it whatsoever, but I thought it was interesting, and we don't get Friday the 13th happening that often, so I figured I would share it with you since that's something that's pretty easy to test here and discover. So hopefully you found that interesting. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you next week.